Good afternoon, garden friends, on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is 3 days before the Keep Smyrna Beautiful garden tour, and I am just touching up and planting up a few of my boxes. My one box that I'm going to be doing here today, I actually donated my white asters and my Japanese minis for the garden tour plant sale. But I wanted to do this bed up more of a whimsical feel to it, especially since it's in the front of our yard. Now, as I stated, the garden tour is Saturday, May 4th from 10 to 4 p.m. And this is the thing. If you live in Georgia and want to be able to see the 5 homes that are going to be showcased in the garden tour, I'm going to go ahead and put the link up here and also in my description. You can get your tickets in advance. But you can also pay for the tickets when you come to the event if you don't already have yours, but they're a little bit more. And for those of you who may not be in Georgia, if you're about a good cause and a group that does something that ends up helping, our city, they do take donations. So, but I just wanted to put that out there because this is something that I believe in. Like I said before, this is bigger than our garden being showcased in the tour. It is about being a part of something that makes a difference to our earth. So let me show you guys what I'm going to be planting in this box. Okay, so this is the box that I am going to be planting up. Kevin built this for me. I think it was 3 years ago. And one of the things that I had noticed was the dirt had did what it was supposed to do. So I'm actually going to add some black cow in here to enrich the soil before I plant my flowers. And then I'm not going to use the biotone because the manure will provide more than enough nutrition for the plants to get a healthy start. And then for my petunias, I'm not going to take the bottoms off because this bed is probably about 18 to 24 inches deep. So I'm good with leaving the bottoms on here unless I see that they're root bound. So let me just show you the plants that I'm going to be putting in here. So what I'm going to end up doing after I get the cow manure in and get it mixed up, I want to put the garrow right in the center. Now, y'all might be thinking, okay, wait a minute, Deborah, that's a shade area. Not for very long. And that's part of the reason why I am out here now. So I can go ahead, get these guys in the ground, watered and mulched, so that when the sun does get over here, they will be okay. But I was thinking about putting this in the center of the bed because this will get 10 to 16 inches tall, and then the way the flowers and the plumes, they sort of like fan out, and I think that'll look really pretty. So that'll be in the center. And then I'm going to put that speedwell around the garrow, and this has like a soft pink color to it, and the speedwell will get 10 to 12 inches tall. And as I stated, it's all about layering in your garden. Then to add a little texture to it, I'm going to go ahead and put the Dusty Millers. Now the Dusty Millers get 8 to 12 inches tall. And this is the thing, I have the Dusty Miller in other areas in my backyard that I allow to get that full height. But for here, because I want to keep that layer look to it, I'll probably, throughout the season, snip these back so they stay nice and compact. And then the petunias will be pretty much all the way around the entire frame of the bed, and I think that'll look really pretty. And then these guys get 6 to 18 inches. I don't ever recall a petunia getting 18 inches tall, but hey, you never know. So that's the game plan for what this bed is going to look like. But like I said, first thing I want to do is get the black cow in here to enrich the soil, and then get the plants planted and watered and mulched. Now, I did take some of the soil out when I dug up the plants that I donated to the Keep Smyrna Beautiful plant sale. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put some of the black cow in here, and then I'm going to use my auger to make sure that it gets nicely mixed in. Now there may be some straggly roots that I wasn't able to get, and I'll just make sure I get those picked out. And now the soil is nice and rich, a good, let's see, what is that? Probably a good foot deep. Seeing I was taking the auger all the way down pretty much to the head of it. Just want to make sure it's nice and loose. And then, like I said, any of those roots, get them out of there. And then I just need to make sure, I'm not going to put any more in there to make sure I got enough room. Put the mulch over top of it so it's not spilling out. And then, as we know, dirt settles, after a while. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the garrow in the center. Then I'm going to put a speed well. I thought I got 4. And I only got 3. Oh yeah, there was a reason. 1, 2, wait a minute. Because I thought, okay, this will work. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to loosen up the roots a little bit, because they're not like super, super tight. And I always like to get, like, if there's like dead stuff on here, get it off before I plant it. I'm just going to loosen those up. Those roots are nice and good. want to put, and I think that's what I'll do. I'll put the 4 dusty millers each in the corner, and then work the petunias in between. And then because this is a big pot, almost like a, if you're planting them in the ground, just make sure that you're getting all the air pockets. Sure it's nice and firm around the new plants. I'm going to go ahead and work the petunias in here since I'm already over here. And I got 10, so that's going to look nice, especially once it gets all filled in. Got a little wormy. Always loved worms in my garden. Well, those type of worms, not the destructive ones. I should have 2 in each. Oh no, that's right. I'm good. I think work goes back in there. Figured I got them. Who wastes flowers? Go ahead and get this water blown off and sprayed off, and then I'll get the mulch on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this mulch, and then we'll take a final picture of it. Look how nice it turned out. I am so loving when I use the Dusty Miller to add that texture and that silver to the pink. And then when the Garo with its deep burgundy color, and then also the Spidwell. This is just gonna look so gorgeous with the petunias. This came out so nice. Oh, and I forgot, this is an area that I am going to actually be planting some sun patience, because I thought I could rescue those violas, but you see they're not doing too well. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant some sun patience in this area because like I said, I normally have something in here to add a splash of color because of, this is Hostaville over here. And what was it? I think it was last season I had planted the wine Nardia to add a little bit more color. So I'm going to go ahead and get the sun patience in here. I only got like 4, to add that punch of color. Okay, so I got the sun patience planted back here, which I think will definitely add that punch of color along with my wine Nardia in the hosta bed. Okay, and over here in the fire pit area, as you guys know, our garden is on a hill, and we're constantly in the mode of redirecting the rainwater. But we think we came up with an idea because we were gonna try to tie it in to that drain, but because it does not have the secondary opening, like I said, we're gonna go a different route. But one of the things that we're gonna end up doing is getting the gravel built up because, through just settling, we need to do another fresh coat. And then I have cushions that I'm going to put on the chairs by the fire pit. Like I said, the ideal is to create an inviting area to where those that come to the garden tour can actually just sit and enjoy the garden. Kevin is also taking care of the weeds. All right, guys, so we got the 3.5 ton of gravel put up here and spread out. It looks so nice, and like I said, due to the fact that our yard is on a slope, we just had to come up with a different way to help the water not flood out my bed here. But I think what we did is gonna work, but it just looks so nice and inviting, and that's what I'm shooting for the garden tour, for individuals to feel comfortable. If they want to sit up here and then just take in the garden, they are more than welcome to. I ended up planting up my boxes. Now my snapdragons were already here that I planted, I think it was in the fall. And so they're now blooming, looking nice. And then I just put some petunias around it on both sides. And then my 2 pots that have my violas that are still a mixture of violas and pansies that's still doing well. And my pots underneath the table, and then my rock and roll boogie woogie. And guys, these are in the sedum family, and I am trying to entertain plants that are drought tolerant because my yard is so full of sun. But this is a really easy plant, and then it gets, let me bring it down here. You can see the little seeds there. Those turn into little yellow flowers. So I'm really happy with how everything is looking for the garden tour on Saturday, May 4th. I didn't get to my window boxes because, as you can see, that one over there still has the pansies in it, and I think I'm just gonna leave those in there and not worry about it because there is more than enough for people to see and enjoy for the garden tour. And then this is the other area that I ended up working on. We actually are going to be having company over, but this is pretty much how I'm going to have the table set for the garden tour, because I do believe your outdoor living space should be cohesive throughout the yard. All right, garden friends, it has been a busy week getting things prepared for the garden tour. So thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner, and I look forward to you checking out my next video.